how you get if you can start. Okay, here's another thing too. If you never lift weight before and you just start doing something, you're gonna grow really fast. It's the one that's been working for a long time, then you have a problem because you peaked, and then you really have to like change your workout because you get muscle memory. But when you're first starting out, you're gonna grow really fast. His chat is scrolled up. I don't know what that means. Also, if you kind of like, I'm 6 foot, I'm pretty tall. Okay, if you got long, lanky arms like me, it's harder to get muscle. Okay, because when you're lifting weights, for me, it has to go from this point to this point in space. There's a lot to travel. See that? From this point to this point. Boom, boom. Okay? That's a lot to travel in space for a weight. But if you're smaller, you let's see how that, you don't have to go from there to there. You get more muscle faster. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you're long and lanky, it's gonna be harder. But if you have shorter, stumpy, arms and legs, you're gonna like bam, it's gonna be bigger. So that's another thing too. I don't know what to call stumpy. Not stumpy. You know what I mean. If you're shorter or don't have long. Look at my span. Look at the span of my arm. I'm like over 6 foot span, and that's really hard to add something to this. So that's a plus. If you're shorter, and when you're working out, you always have to think about movement in space. I'm going to show you an example. What are you example of dumbbell workouts? Okay, like you're always thinking about where the weight is and where it's going to end. You have to think about these things. You can't just I'm just jerking it around like this. No, you think about movement in space like that. And I'm going to give you a tip on doing dumbbell workouts. When you do a workout, you think about the muscle that you're working on. So when I'm doing dumbbells, I'm working on my bicep. So what I do is I don't think about this part, I don't think about this part, I don't think about this part. I think about squeezing this part. So you tell your brain to squeeze this part. So you only squeeze that, you flex that, and you shut out everything else. You squeeze only this. So right now I'm squeezing my bicep. That's all I'm thinking. I'm contracting my bicep only. I'm not thinking about anything else, and I'm just thinking about squeezing the bicep, flexing my bicep. And you breathe in, you breathe out. You have to breathe. Breathing is extremely important. Make that sound. But you have to concentrate on what you're going to flex. I'm squeezing my bicep when I'm doing it. I'm not thinking about, and you don't swing up and down. You can do that, but that's something later on when you cheat on the heavy weight. When you get in an advanced state, and you can just cheat it, to rip your muscle out. But in the beginning stage, you kind of stand still and just kind of drop the weight down. Oh, let's see if I can tilt this down. Drop it down, and then boom, squeeze that. Squeeze the bicep. Squeeze the bicep like that. And I would always try to do I know you guys are all about how much weight you can put in. It's all about how much weight is that. Here, I'm going to put in 50 pounds, 100 pounds. It's all about the amount of weight. It's not, okay? What I've been doing is I work out for health. Before, back in the day, if you see me, in my leather and on my videos and all that, I was working out for looks. Okay, there's many types of working out. One is for health, one is for looks, and the other one is for strength. And the strength one is, you see like the world's strongest man contest or the power lifter. They're all huge. They're all like this big. They got no neck. They've got gigantic, and they're really strong. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing so I can look good on videos. Like visually looking good. So when you do that, it's not about putting so much weight on. It's about scoping your muscles, scoping your arms, to be aesthetic. So that way, it's not about how much can you weigh, how much can you squat, how much can you curl. Throw that out the window. Forget about that. Go to Newt. Get your behind and move over to Newt for all that. All right. We're doing looking great and feeling great, not about how much can you bench, how much can you curl, that's the thing. Just don't get so hooked up on how much weight, because if you do that, you're not gonna stick with working out. You're gonna wear yourself out. You're gonna get frustrated, like I can only do 10 pounds, and you're gonna get depressed, and you're gonna it's like you feel like you have a mountain to go, before I can get to 75 pounds. I'm only down at 10. When am I gonna get to 75? Forget all of that. Forget about how much you can weigh. Just thinking about doing the right technique and getting a good pump. That's all you should concern about. Great technique and a good pump, and you'll last longer. You work out more. So it's not a competition. All right. Do you run sometime or just doing leg strength workout? Okay. Good question, Sato. Is he one of my? Yeah, he's one of my mods. Running. Okay. Before I would remember. I don't know if you remember when back the days when I was really crass and have a dirty mouth, a potty mouth. I said if you stand straight and look down, and if you can see your that means you have no business of going on a treadmill or running. Then you can do weights. But if you stand straight and look down and you can't see your your whole thing is just covered and you can't see anything, forget the weights, put the weights down, get on a treadmill, or just get out there and run for 30 minutes every day. Get rid of that extra weight. A lot of people say, oh, you live on weight, you're going to lose the weight faster. Not really, because when you're that big and you don't have the energy, you don't have I've seen a lot of big guys, around here, there's a lot, all right? And they just got 5 pound dumbbell and they just stand and go like this, okay? You're gonna be 150 years old until you're gonna lose any weight or get any muscle. Just standing there with little tiny dumbbells, big like this, and or they sit down and they do these little pedaling thing with their arms for like an hour. Just sit there, watch TV, or just sit down and just pedal the legs, with pedaling. It's either this or just this. It's like they're not even breathing hard, all right? So, no, don't do that. What I'm saying is, you know, if you want to lose the weight, you gotta burn the calories. You gotta be breathing. You gotta be like that. Running is good if you're overweight. But if you're not overweight, you're like a little skinny guy, get off the treadmill. Do not do it. Just start working on the weights. And it's, what other question? Cranky Blue asked, what about that? Can I eat any food? Cranky, about diet, all right? Nim! I love you, Nim! Holy cow! So, Nim, thank you so much for rating me. Holy macro! You might gonna shut down my my server because overloading with thousands of chats. So I guess Nim is not mad at me after all. I thought he was mad at me, so he's not. So back. Okay, I got distracted. So back to where what I was talking about. What was I talking about, people? Diet. Thank you. All right. Diet is it's very personal. It depends on you as a person for diet. So if you guys want me to, maybe I'll put on a CEO or somebody will put on a little room in the Discord for workout. Oh, that's a good idea. Then I can answer individually about the diet for each person, because I'm not going off on like the media where they tell you, oh, you gotta eat A, B, and C, and you know, everybody gotta put sunscreen on when you go outside. It's like, you know, no, I don't have to put sunscreen because I'm already brown, okay? Not everybody's the same, all right? Or, you know, eat 3 meals. No, everybody's metabolism is different. You don't have to do that. You do whatever is good, you know, right for you. So they just generalize about all this, you know. Don't eat fat. Fat is bad for you. No sugar. Sugar is bad. No meat protein is bad. You know, it's all individualized. So we're gonna put a room in the Discord for workout, and I'll answer individually. But for me, you know, diet also, it depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to cut down? You know, do you want to trim and be ripped? Or are you trying to put on 10 pounds of muscle, you know, 10 pounds of muscle weight? Then you have to eat, you know, plant-based protein. I think Newt mentioned that about on his channel, about like force feeding yourself. You have to eat a lot to get that metabolism going. So it's very complicated, and I can't just generalize one thing on this group chat.